Have you ever found yourself caught in a loop of incessant thoughts, analyzing every detail of a situation? Today, we delve into the roots of overthinking, an all-too-common mental trap that ensnares many of us. This intricate journey begins by understanding the psychological origins of overthinking. This is not merely a habit, but rather a complex mechanism often triggered by stress, anxiety, or a deep-seated fear of making mistakes. Overthinking can be likened to a hazardous landscape fraught with emotional turmoil and cognitive pitfalls. The relentless whirlwind of thoughts often creates a labyrinth in the mind where every pathway seems to lead to more questions and fewer answers. As we navigate through this intricate landscape, we uncover the common triggers that set an overthinker's mind in motion, laying the groundwork for the journey ahead. As we delve deeper, we'll navigate the treacherous terrain of an overthinker's mind. Imagine being trapped in a labyrinth of thoughts, each turn leading to more questions, more scenarios, more anxiety. This is the hazardous landscape of an overthinker's mind. It's a terrain fraught with pitfalls and quicksand, where the simplest decisions can become monumental challenges. Let's consider the story of Alice, a talented graphic designer. Alice often finds herself paralyzed by indecision. Should she go with the bold, striking design, or the subtle, understated one? Each choice spirals into a vortex of what-ifs and could-have-beens, leaving her stressed and unable to progress. Then there's Ben, an affable young man who struggles with social anxiety. Even after a successful party, Ben's mind is a whirlwind of self-doubt. Did he talk too much? Did he laugh too loudly? Could he have been more interesting or witty? It's a constant replay of events, a relentless critique that drains him emotionally. Such stories are not uncommon in the hazardous landscape of overthinking. The terrain is marked by the treacherous cliffs of anxiety, the dark forests of indecision, and the stormy seas of self-doubt. It's a place where the mind is in constant overdrive, churning out an endless stream of thoughts, questions, and scenarios. This relentless overthinking can take a significant toll on mental well-being. It can lead to sleepless nights, a constant sense of unease, and a pervasive feeling of being overwhelmed. It can also strain relationships, as overthinkers often find it difficult to be present in the moment, their minds always elsewhere, tangled in the web of their thoughts. The repercussions of overthinking stretch far beyond the confines of the mind. It can impact every aspect of an individual's life, from their personal happiness to their professional success. It's a hazardous landscape indeed, one that requires understanding, empathy, and effective strategies to navigate safely. From the surface, overthinking may seem like a harmless habit, but underneath, it's a different story. The psychological impact of overthinking can be far-reaching and profound, subtly seeping into various aspects of an individual's life. When the mind is constantly in overdrive, it becomes increasingly challenging to make confident decisions or foster personal growth. Let's envision the brain as a busy highway. When overthinking takes the wheel, it's like a traffic jam in the middle of rush hour. Thoughts pile up, each vying for attention, causing mental gridlock. This can lead to impaired decision-making. The overthinker might find themselves stuck at the crossroads of choice, unable to move forward due to fear of taking the wrong path. This indecisiveness can affect their professional life, hindering progress and stifling innovation. But the impact of overthinking doesn't stop at professional hurdles. It can also impede personal growth. Overthinkers often find themselves trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and second-guessing. This can prevent them from taking risks, trying new things, or stepping out of their comfort zone. It's like being stuck in a mental loop, revisiting past mistakes or worrying about future uncertainties instead of focusing on present possibilities and opportunities. Overthinking can also strain interpersonal relationships. It can lead to misinterpretations, assumptions, and unnecessary conflicts. The overthinker might scrutinize every word, every gesture, and every silence, reading into things that may not have any deeper meaning. This can create tension and misunderstandings, causing relationships to suffer. In essence, overthinking doesn't just occupy the mind. It commandeers the entire life of the overthinker, from their professional endeavors to their personal relationships and self-growth. It's like a shadow that looms, coloring every experience with a tinge of doubt, worry, and uncertainty. Overthinking doesn't just affect the mind, it permeates every aspect of life. It's a silent predator, lurking in the depths of our consciousness, ready to pounce at the slightest trigger. Recognizing its impact is the first step towards reclaiming control and steering our minds towards healthier thought patterns. While the landscape of overthinking is hazardous, it's not impossible to navigate. Think of it as walking through a dense forest. It's easy to lose your way, to stumble, to feel overwhelmed by the towering trees and the winding paths. But with the right tools, a compass perhaps, or a map, it becomes manageable. The same principle applies to the landscape of the mind. Armed with strategies and understanding, we can traverse the hazardous terrain of overthinking. So let's delve into some of these coping strategies and resilience tools. First, we can view it as a sign of our mind's capacity for deep thinking. This reframing can help us approach overthinking in a more positive light. Let's not forget the importance of physical activity. Regular exercise is not only good for our bodies, but also for our minds. It helps to reduce anxiety and improve mood, which in turn can help us manage overthinking. Lastly, it's crucial to remember that it's okay to seek help. If overthinking is causing significant distress, speaking to a mental health professional can provide valuable support and guidance. So, there you have it. While the terrain of overthinking is indeed perilous, with these tools and strategies, we can navigate it with greater ease and confidence. Remember, it's not about eliminating overthinking completely, but rather learning to manage it effectively. With the right tools, we can reclaim control over our thoughts. As we reflect on our journey through the hazardous landscape of overthinking, let's briefly revisit the key insights we've unearthed. We've delved into the roots of overthinking, understanding its triggers, and the psychological mechanisms that fuel its relentless nature. We've navigated the dangerous perspectives that emerge from incessant overthinking, shedding light on the anxiety, indecision, and self-doubt it often breeds. We've explored its broader psychological impact, particularly its potential to hinder decision-making and impede personal growth. And finally, we have discovered ways to mitigate the perils of overthinking, offering actionable tips for fostering healthier mental habits. Throughout this exploration, one thing has remained clear. Empathy and understanding are vital to support those grappling with overthinking. As we continue our own journeys, let's remember the hazardous landscape overthinkers navigate daily. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into the complexities of the overthinker's mind.